allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Gerald Holloway from the St. Francis Church of Student Government Center will now come to deliver the opening prayer.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Confusion and devastation left by an EF4 tornado which ravaged our community. They did so without hesitation, not seeking fame or glory, but to save their fellow man. To paraphrase Winston Churchill in a speech made about the ongoing efforts of the Royal Air Force against the German Luftwaffe in the Battle of Britain, never was so much owed by so many to so few. Please join me in saluting these brave men and women, our first responders.
There are those who have been entrusted with the responsibility of public office and public service, elected by our fellow citizens to serve and to be community problem solvers. Beginning with the storms of April 15th and through the disaster of April 27th, the elected local leaders stepped forward and met the challenges head on, working tirelessly, attempting to relieve the pain inflicted on our communities. Reaching beyond our local borders to Washington, D.C. and to Montgomery, Alabama, we shared the devastation to our local communities within Tuscaloosa County. And when it is all said and done, we know that we are our brother's keeper. Now a new day awaits us. It is written in 2 Samuel in the 23rd verse that he who ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And he shall be as the light of the morning when the sun riseth, even a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. My fellow citizens, after the rain has passed, as we see the tender grass springing out of the earth, we will stand hand in hand as the leaders of this community to continue to light the way to a new beginning. God bless Tuscaloosa County.
Mother Teresa once said, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love." In the aftermath of the tornado, you put these words into action. Time does not permit calling you by name, but we know who you are. You are the doctors and nurses, some of whom walked to the ER to help colleagues take care of the patients. You are the neighbors who searched and searched until all were accounted for. You are the students who could have gone home but simply could not leave because there were meals to cook, trees to move, people to help. You are the alumni and friends who sent trucks with water, clothes, shoes. You are the churches and the community agencies who brought armies of volunteers from Tuscaloosa throughout our great state and our nation. You make our city a great place to live. You are the unsung heroes. Thank you for all that you have done.
Christian A. McNeil. To Christiana Dixon. Zykeria McShann. Perry Blake Peak. Morgan Marlene Seigler.
Davis Lynn Latham. Ashley Harrison. Melanie Nicole Mixon. Jeffrey Artis. Carolyn Ann Jackson.
Lola Pitts, Lauren Brown, Minnie Acklin, Thelma Crawlman, Danielle Downs.
Sheena Hutchins, Patricia Turner, Jacqueline Jefferson, Kevin Rice, Yvonne Mays.
Moselle Lancaster, Willie Lee Turner III, Jennifer V. Bayode, Scott Adderton, Annie Lois Sayer, and Keyshawn Miles.
Hugh Graham Davey, Velma T. Leroy, Cedra Harris, Michael Bowers, Ariel Edwards, Michaela Edwards.
William Stevens, Keyshawn Harris, Judy Sherrill, Terrellyn Plump, Thomas D. Lewis, William Robert McPherson Jr.
Dorothy Lewis, Mary Bryant, Meljum Farley, Marcus Smith, Caden Blair, Justin Lyric Thomas.
It is now my great privilege to introduce a man who I believe has proven to possess the vision, the energy, and the passion to continue to move our great city forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Mayor of the City of Tuscaloosa, the Honorable Walter Maddox.
Thank you. Good evening. As we gather here tonight, we do so as one people who have been called by circumstance, been burdened by tragedy, yet we're inspired by a confident hope. In a few moments, we will light our candles to show ourselves we are, and forever will be, a shining city on a hill. In recent weeks, it has been the shining lights of Tuscaloosa that has captured the world's attention as we have met the fury of Mother Nature with the best of humanity. Our best is grounded in a confident hope that has given us strength to face adversity, the compassion to reach out to fellow citizens, and the faith to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Our confident hope was seen in citizens such as 13-year-old Jamarcus Golden as he moved quickly to help his neighbor who was trapped. After pulling the jagged debris off of her, he was able to find 3 fellow citizens to take her to safety. Although Jamarcus is young in age, he is strong in heart, and he will forever be called a hero. Our confident hope was seen at the Leland First Aid Station, where citizens, churches, businesses, students, and city employees put their life on hold to provide food, water, and shelter to a community that was reeling from destruction. Within days of organizing, Leland became the heartbeat of Alberta and became one of the first signs that Tuscaloosa was ready for a comeback. Our confident hope was sustained by our doctors, nurses, and staff at Druid City Regional Medical Center, where over 1,000 injuries were treated within hours of the tornado striking. Neither fatigue nor working conditions could deter this staff from caring for those who were in need. Against all odds, DCH refused to let this city fade into the night. Our confident hope has been seen in our firemen, policemen, public works employees, and all first responders who have ignored geographical and political boundaries in a furious effort to save lives. Within seconds of reporting for duty, a family approached Officer Trevor Phillips. This family had an infant who was not breathing. This desperate situation would paralyze most of us, but not Officer Phillips, who immediately started providing resuscitation as he ran with the infant to the nearest triage center about a half a mile away. As Officer Phillips approached the rescue team, the infant started breathing, and this very young survivor joined the ranks of our countless miracles of that night. A few days ago, we lost Officer Phillips, who gave his life in the line of duty. With a community in chaos and a family in unimaginable pain, Officer Phillips became a beacon of light, and now he has joined the ranks of those that shine from heaven above. I think it's appropriate that tonight we give Officer Phillips a round of applause. Throughout Tuscaloosa County, our confident hope was displayed on street corners and in every neighborhood as thousands of citizens began aiding for the injured, searching for the missing, clearing debris, and volunteering from dawn to dusk. With one voice and one heart, Tuscaloosa refused to be defined by April 27th. Rather, we decided that resiliency, generosity, and poise is going to be our profile and courage, and a lamp to so many who had lost so much. Raquel Smith, a fellow citizen from Rosedale, lifted her lamp for all of us to see. When Raquel realized that the storm was upon her, she and her 15-month-old daughter, Christian, took cover with her best friend, Sheena. When the tornado passed, Raquel's life was changed forever, because amidst the rubble, she stood as the only survivor. For most of us, experiencing what Raquel experienced, the story would just simply end there. However, Raquel is writing a different story, a story of resilience. In the days and weeks that followed April 27th, Raquel began volunteering in the Rosedale community, reigniting hope to the hopeless, and inspiring all of us to remember Christian, Sheena, and to all those that are now with God. Our lives are changed forever by what we've experienced. Our emotions are still raw as we search for meaning and understanding. But this is clear. If we are truly to honor the memories of those who we have lost, we are called upon to look at April 27th as a beginning and not an ending. How we fight back, how we refuse to quit, how we rebuild will ensure that we never forget our victims, our survivors, our heroes. In every new home that is constructed, in business that is reopened, we will remember. In every church that is rebuilt, in street that is transformed, we will remember. Most importantly, in how we treat each other, in how we see each other, and in how we live with each other, we will remember. From Rosedale to Forest Lake, from Alberta to Holt, we have learned to set aside our differences and stand shoulder to shoulder with our fellow citizens, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or politics. And from sea to shining sea, our fellow Americans have taken notice, and we've taken notice of ourselves. And we realize that together, we can rise above it all. The road to recovery is not going to be easy. This unity of purpose that we feel at this moment will be tested as we make difficult decisions crafting Tuscaloosa's future. Through it all, we must never forget the 43 citizens who have perished and the 5 that are still missing. Through it all, we must never forget the thousands of people who are without homes, jobs, or their peace of mind. Through it all, we must not forget that it's our differences that make us stronger. The journey before us is great, but we are not alone, because through it all, we have seen God's unchanging hand. To that end, we can find great comfort in the 3rd verse of Amazing Grace, which now has unique meaning to all of us. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Indeed, amazing grace. Along with the confident hope of the people of Tuscaloosa, we will rebuild our home. Tonight, as we raise our lights to heaven, we declare that Tuscaloosa's darkest hour has passed, and we affirm to ourselves and to all that now and into the future, we are a shining city on a hill. May God bless each of you here tonight, and may God bless Tuscaloosa.
O Lord God, ever living and ever creating Creator, your goodness is without end. And in your goodness, you love each as if there were no other, and you love all as you love each.
In your tender love for the human race, you grieve with us when we grieve. Grieve with us now, Tuscaloosa weeps. Some of your people here have died, some are wounded, all are hurting.
If you share our suffering, we have your companionship. And if we have your companionship, we have a solid hope that no storm can destroy or blow away. Give us grace to lean on each other in this season of sorrow, and to lean on you, and to find that together we are strong enough to meet the days to come. Clear our minds as we discern how best to rebuild. Give us peaceful tongues as we talk together about the future of our city. Make sure that we protect and honor the weak and the vulnerable as you call us to do.
Thank you for the unrelenting devotion and steady self-sacrifice of so many in this city. Our healing began in their hands. Take our hands in yours now and let us walk together as one living throng of your beloved people. Let us walk together into the future and find there a renewed Tuscaloosa, a community of astonishing hope. Amen.
May the spirit of Tuscaloosa continue to grow as we celebrate the rebirth and rebuilding of our beautiful city. May God continue to bless Tuscaloosa, Alabama.